Hello everyone, welcome to Tech with Wab, and today I'm going to share with you how to build this dynamic news sticker dashboard using Tableau and extending its capabilities using Tableau JavaScript API. This is going to be very exciting. I will be walking you through why this dashboard was built, how this dashboard was built, why I have picked Tableau for building this kind of dashboard, and how you can quickly build a dashboard like this for your use case. Sounds exciting? Let's get started. So, what is this portal? This is basically an animated visualization with a new sticker at the bottom. So, in the animated visualization, user can show any kind of visualization, and that changes in few seconds, so that the visualization shows one category at a time, and then after a few seconds it shows another category, and then another category, and so on. This covers a broad range of categories, but on the same in the same page, in the same visualization. So a lot of information can be shown, but in a very restricted way. So this new sticker shows a lot of value. In the first new sticker, you can see that there are high-level figures and KPIs in a scrollable, eye-catchy way. And in the second sticker, you can see that it has a lot of news text, which is again eye-catchy, moving, and user can get a lot of value add by going through these new stickers. Now, why was this dashboard built? What was the need of it? So imagine there are screens across office space, and to show a static dashboard, it will look dull, and you cannot show much more information on just one page. And if you make it dynamic, if it is animated and something running down below like new sticker, it becomes eye-catchy. So the requirement was that the finance team and the board members wanted to show high-level financial figures and KPIs on large screens across office space, so that anyone walking through can see those financial metrics and can also read to latest updates and also have update on the latest KPIs and figures. The other requirement was that it had to look professional, it should be always up to date, it should be dynamic and eye-catchy, and should always show the real-time data so that people are updated with the latest metrics and KPIs. The third part is how was it built? So it simply uses a Tableau dashboard at the heart of it. So the center visualization that you see is an exact Tableau dashboard. It is embedded within a web page, and on top of it, we use Tableau JavaScript API to extend Tableau's functionality. The JavaScript API hooks the Tableau dashboard, and it changes the visualization every few seconds, so that you can just put it on a screen and it just keeps on animating on its own. User doesn't have to flick through different pages. So it creates an animated effect. And down below, what you see is the second part of JavaScript API, where it pulls the data out from Tableau dashboard and shows it in a scrollable way, so that it's eye-catchy and can show more information in a small page. The last thing that you see is a news sticker, which shows news in different text, and it is simply a text of a string which gets animated using HTML's marquee feature. It's very, very simple. We will go through more deep dive on it, so stay tuned. Okay, so now you must be wondering, why Tableau for this kind of thing? There are other tools as well which I could have used, but the scene changes when you work in corporate. In corporate, it's not easy to get new tools or change the tool stack depending upon the use case. There are some predefined tools which are defined by the current ecosystem. So for example, in my case, the go-to tool for visualizations and analytics need was Tableau. Tableau was approved by the business because of its safety and security. It was well connected with all the data sets, and every developer was skilled in Tableau, and business stakeholders were familiar with it and were already having access to it. So if I had not used Tableau, it wouldn't have had been this easy for me. I've used Tableau, so it's just about hosting the dashboard and then putting the HTML, CSS, and JS file in some kind of static file sharing page and exposing that page to the end users. Since Tableau is already secure, users have role-based access control, and the data is already connected, I didn't have to request for any permission or any additional setup to make it safe and secure for end users. It was all done out of the box. There was no hosting of the backend required. There was no data pipeline that need to be built. It was just simple, pure Tableau visualization with some extension of JavaScript API. That's the beauty of making use of Tableau.js API. That is why I'm sharing this use case with you, that with a lot of ease, you can extend Tableau to endless opportunities, keeping it safe and secure within the ecosystem. So now I hope you have understood what this is, why was this built, why was Tableau picked for building this, and how was this built on a high level like using Tableau and JavaScript API. And if this sounds exciting, let me share my story. When I built this, and it was iterated through, built, improved, and validated, tested, it finally launched in the office. And when I went to office, the first biggest screen that I see in office was this dashboard being displayed, animated, and everyone having a look at it, discussing about it. And as I walk across the floor, across different large screens, this dashboard was put there, and it gave me so much motivation. It was very exciting for me to see this. It was a hard work that paid off. So trust me, guys, things like this really add a value to your career. It makes you recognized in not only your manager's eyes, but also the senior stakeholders. And this has given me a lot of benefit in my career, which is why I always wanted to share this use case with all of you. And here it is. So in the next section, let me show you how you can build this for your use case. The entire code is on GitHub Repository. Let me quickly show you how to clone it, how to connect it with your Tableau server, and utilize that into your use case. Let's get started. So we have this Tableau live monitor with us, and let's see how it is built. So first thing that we see is this dashboard, and the other thing is these tickers, where first ticker has some data and second just has some text. We also see that there is a nav bar with a title, and there are some controls to control the animation of it, where you can pause it, or you can hit next to go ahead and previous to get back. Right? So let's get started. So let's start with the Tableau dashboard, as that is at the core of it. I have hosted the Tableau dashboard on Tableau server. Click on edit. So on this dashboard, what we have is this simple visualization. Let's quickly see the filter that's on this visualization, which we would be changing using JavaScript API. So I will go to this sheet, and the main filter that's there on this visualization is this category filter. And if I show you the value of this filter, it has some simple categories like furniture, office supplies, and technology. Now with the JavaScript, it just keeps rotating on these filters, and you see that it's showing furniture, and it shows you everything for furniture. For office supplies, it shows you the quantity and sales for office supplies, and for technology, it shows that. The other thing that we have to consider in building this dashboard is that I have kept a hidden sheet on this dashboard, which is this sticker. And you can see that it has reduced down to this very small sheet. It is not visible. If I go to layout and show you, it is 10 pixel by 10 pixel in height and width. The idea of this is that we have to keep the data, but we don't have to make it visible. The data would be read by JavaScript. So let's quickly see what's data on this particular sheet. I will click to go to that sheet, and on the sheet we can see that it has data for the new sticker. So in new sticker, if you see, for every category that is furniture, office supplies, and technology, we see 4 different figures for each category. One is the total sales amount year till date, its percentage increase or decrease compared to last year, and then the profit value and its increase or decrease compared to last year, and that is repeated for rest of the categories. So the ticker sheet is that simple. We have different categories, and we have 4 different metrics, and then the value for those different metrics. The other thing that we have to remember is that we have to keep everything onto row shelf and nothing onto column shelf, only for the ticker sheet. This makes it easier for the data to be read in JavaScript, and it comes in a nice way so that you can modify the data. So that's it about the dashboard. Now all we have to do is use this dashboard in our JavaScript portal so that we can make use of data and visualization. Now the entire code for this is on GitHub. So let's jump onto VS Code and let me walk you through the code. So this is VS Code. It's on my local machine, and it is connected remotely to that same GitHub repository. So it has simple things like I have the HTML file, I have the JavaScript file, and I also have a simple CSS which does some styling. So on the HTML, we have a empty div which we are calling with container. This will contain the visualization which we will embed into it. And the other thing that is of important is this one div, which is stat ticker, and this will have the high level KPIs stats, which you can see Here, this one, the start ticker will have the high level figures, and in the main div the Wiz container is having the visualization. Now, how to connect this with Tableau? Let's jump to JavaScript. You can see within init Wiz function, which initializes the visualization, you can see that I have simply specified the URL where my Tableau dashboard is hosted. When I click this share and I get this link, I'll do a copy and get back to VS Code, and that's where I paste it. So any URL parameters can be removed, and that's what you get as the public URL of your dashboard, and that's similar to this. So now that we have added our Tableau workbook's public URL onto JavaScript knows which workbook to call, and it all begins in this line where Wiz is equal to tableau.wiz, and then you provide the container div, which is your HTML, the URL of workbook, which is this, and then the options, which define different things for the visualization. And finally, you once the visualization is loaded, you can call other functions. Like example, in this one, I'm calling loop charts and get ticker data. Loop charts will basically start looping the charts, which you can see here, and get ticker data will get this ticker data, and after it gets the ticker data, it will call build ticker body, where it will fit the ticker data into all the HTML that's behind this. Once that is all done, it just shows the visualization and the ticker onto your news portal, and that's it. It's that simple. I hope going through the code and how this is set up between the code and the Tableau server was helpful for you. If you want to take it a step further and want me to build this from scratch where I explain each line of code, let me know in comments below, and I would be happy to create another video. This will help you understand this in detail and will help you to tweak the code and make it more personalized for your own use case. Alright, I hope you found this video insightful. This is just one simple use case of Tableau JavaScript API. I have used it in many other use cases throughout my corporate journey. Tableau JavaScript API is really powerful and make the possibilities endless. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more such updates. Take care and see you in another video. Goodbye.